Okay, Rock Dogs, we've done Billie Jean full song. You can see that on YouTube or on my website. We're going to break that song down. So the groove is exercise 2 for those students that have lessons with me on the groove sheet. We'll get a copy of that to you at some point. It's a simple rock beat. Remember to have a very tight hi-hat, the tip of the stick on the hi-hat in the middle, and so it's nice and coffee, tea and coffee, tea and coffee, tea and. So it's simple groove to get started. The first fill comes in bar 10. So we play the groove. I'm just going to go to overhead mic here. So I'm on the overhead mic now. So in bar 10, we're going to go coffee, tea and. So that's the groove. So 2 of the beats are the groove. And then you press the bass drum on 3, 3 and 4 and. So the whole bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, if we use Mr. P's drink cabinet, it's coffee, tea and coffee, coffee. Just bear that in mind. So that's how that bar goes. Coffee, tea and coffee, coffee. Different ways to do the sticking. You can do it just using your left hand. Coffee, tea and coffee, coffee. You could try and do it left, right, left. Coffee, tea and coffee, coffee. Up to you, how you feel comfortable. Now in bar 11, straight after that fill, we hit the crash with the bass drum. So it's coffee, tea and coffee, coffee, crash, tea, coffee, tea. Now for new drummers, that's actually quite hard. Hitting that crash and then getting back to the groove is actually quite hard. Coffee, tea and coffee, tea and, because you're driving from the crash with the bass drum, remember, back to the and of 1, then on beat 2. Coffee, tea and. Okay, you're back into the groove after that. And then at bar 18, we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Coffee, 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 tea. So you got that. Again, left hand, I would just use my left hand. 1, 2, 3 and 4. You could do left, right. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Up to you. Back to your groove until we get to bar 22, where the fill is tea, coffee. So it goes coffee, tea and tea, coffee. Okay, so that's bar 22. Again, at this speed, you could just use your left hand. Coffee, tea and tea, coffee. But I suppose the examiners are probably wanting to see a little bit of left, right stroking on the hand. So make sure you try and go left, right, left. That'll probably be the best one. At bar 26, we have coffee, apple juice fills. So it goes coffee, tea and coffee, apple juice. Coffee, tea and coffee, apple juice. The fee of coffee I'm using with my left hand. Fee. And then right, left, right on apple juice. Coffee, tea and coffee, apple juice. After that fill, it's quite a tricky fill, so you will need to spend a bit of time on that. You go straight onto the ride cymbal. We know that because the X is sitting on the line, not above the line. So that is now going coffee, tea and coffee. Bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare. At bar 13, we have another fill, but the groove changes. So it goes coffee, tea and. And then it goes coffee, coffee. So bass and ride on cough, cough, left hand on fee, and then your right hand, coffee on the floor tom. So it goes coffee, tea and coffee, coffee. Back to the ride. And you can play through the groove. Then you got bar 33, coffee, tea and coffee, tea. Tea on bar 34. That's the floor tom, the snare and the bass together. There you go, Rock Dogs. Have a look at me playing the full version of the song. Then listen to this video, a slowdown of the breaks, the fills and the bar numbers. And there it goes for you to practice. Good luck. Thank you.